I am Charlie Shrem, and you are listening to the best part of my day, Untold Stories, where twice a week I get to dive deep with crypto's most influential leaders to really understand how this movement came to be, where we are, where we came from, where we're going, and all the cool stories along the way. I'm super excited to have on the show someone who I hope to be a new friend of mine, Chieh Lu. Thank you so much. You are the founder and the CEO of Overbit, which is a very cool Bitcoin derivatives trading platform and other crypto as well. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for having me here.
And I should say that the show is powered by Blockworks Group, a media production company with over 20 podcasts from the network. Check them out at blockworksgroup.io because they have all the podcasts, including mine and my friends. And without them, this show would never have been possible. On that note, crazy days we're living in right now in Bitcoin and crypto. PayPal announcing that they're accepting Bitcoin. I usually don't talk about the news of the day, but it's such a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I just saw it like a couple of hours ago.
I know no one really expected that. What is going on in your world? What are you working on this week? What is happening in the derivatives world? Who is trading crypto right now? Give us an insight into Overbit this week in Overbit.
Okay, well, this week, past few weeks, as you know, BitMax, something happened to them, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about that anymore. And today, not really today, but a couple of days earlier, like OKS has something. So there's lots of stuff going on with the exchange, especially for derivatives. And what we're trying to do is when something happened to the large exchange, people were going like jumping around. They will look for a new one, right? They'll go to fortunately, we can have some a good amount of people coming from BitMax and some from others as well. And the first thing they come in is they have to know what your platform is. So I think this is really fundamental stuff that to let people know your platform. And this is something I don't see much in the world. And what we do is we provide a free demo account. So people just come in and just pay for fun. Like they have 8 Bitcoin or 50,000 USDT just to practice, just to get familiar with. And I think this is something we needed not only for our exchange, I think for other exchanges as well, because myself, I was a trader back in Forex. So the first thing I go to exchange is I want to really know, like, is your company good enough? Is it trustworthy enough? How fast? How's the performance? So I don't want to use my real money to do this, right? I need to
play around,
use something that you provide to me so I can test it. So I think this is a really good opportunity to let people to use it. And fun fact is, especially like this week or last week, because lots of people come in, I can see actually people only using our demo account. I think that's a good thing.
What percentage of people are using the demo account before they sign up and place money in a real account?
You mean the conversion rate or? The conversion rate, I would say around just like 14, 15%. It's not much. But then the people are only using a demo account. It's quite large because people want to have something to test their trading strategy. Like they couldn't find other places to do it, so they just come in here just use our demo account, which is totally fine with me. And I'm happy to let people to learn the strategy themselves.
Have you noticed a lot of traders being a part of a trading type of community now because they can use like a demo account, they can try different things and experience? Do you have this sort of like trading community?
Yeah.
What's that like?
I can see that in especially in trading field because I'm quite active checking on trading field community. They have a great community in like in different languages like English, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and people are really active, like asking around, like how does a strategy going with Bitcoin USD, and some of our strategic partner like is working with like really actively in trading view as well. So I think this is something I want to see more to instead of doing like bot trading, which is I'm not encouraged people to use that. I want people to really learn how to trade because like back in a few months ago, we did a really good survey that's talking about in trading in general in crypto. So it's not only doing survey in our platform, but entire crypto industry. So one fact is there's 70%, 70, so 70% of people only have one or less than 1 year
Wow.
trading experience. So which is it's quite interesting to see lots of new guy or new people to come in trading. And if they trade as a beginner in derivative without any knowledge, just following people like
You
copy
get
trading.
wrecked.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure. It happens all the time.
Yeah. So and unfortunately, this is how humanity is. Like they want to get quick money. So but then from my perspective is I need to teach people to trade, because as a trader myself, the least thing is I don't want to lose money, right? I don't want to lose money. And if I trust someone from the internet, from Twitter, it's not gonna help me. So this is something we have been working on most of the time to educate people.
You really focus on that. You know, I get a lot of guests on the show. They talk about their companies, their projects. Some of them talk about the community. They talk about, you know, I've had guests who talk about community as an asset. A lot of a few companies really recognize that. But in this situation, it seems to me you're almost taking like a moral obligation to your traders, saying like, we want our traders to stay safe, to trade safe. You give them demo accounts. You give them the opportunity to try things out before they actually do that. A lot, like, you know, the major, if you took your company and put it into another industry, other Forex type companies, they don't really do that. You know, they may have a seminar that you can pay for, an ebook, a guide, like, you know, trading Forex for dummies type of thing. But those companies are really just platforms for trading whatever they want to trade.
Mm-hmm.
Overbit, you're like an ambassador for crypto to the users that come onto the platform.
That's too much.
Because that's how I'm understanding it, because I will talk about the survey, but the majority of your users, so you did this survey and you surveyed 2,500 traders in 90 countries across 5 continents. And you got some crazy stats here. Like, for example, 58% of traders identify themselves as novice traders. Mm-hmm. Isn't that almost 60% of people of those trading on your platform? And I think the statistic goes across all. So like, I'm a perfect example. I've been trading for years. I've traded on every exchange. I'm still a novice trader. In fact, I'm lower than a novice trader. I'm the worst trader. Like, I'm a decent trader long-term. I've always had good thoughts and ideas of projects and companies that I think would do successful in the long term. But in terms of day trading, I don't even do it myself. I don't even go on and exchange and ever sell anything. I have I'll use a prop desk or one of these like instant.
That's a really good point you're talking about. Like people like you invest in long term, which is I think most of us should do this too. But then we are in a really volatile world. So especially in crypto, people when you check the Bitcoin, just like Bitcoin price every day is like,
yeah,
right. Today is 12,000. This is really crazy. So like if you're doing long term, you will say, oh, should I do something today? Should I do something today? I always tell people that you have to do that diversification. So right, you have to put a portion for long term, a portion maybe to do daily trade. And people will just it's hard to make them listen, especially in crypto.
I agree with that. And it's almost like, you ever hear the term, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. I don't get it, because you look at your next stat. 51% of traders have lost crypto due to personal error, while 35% have suffered losses due to exchange issues. So that means that a significant amount of people have lost crypto for some sort of reason, myself included, probably you. But despite this, there's almost 70% of people are willing to still hold assets on exchanges. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, and I can tell you one thing. Back in 2016 or 17, I lost 3.8 Bitcoin in BitMax because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So that's fun. So see, I was a trader too. So this is something I don't want to see, because I cannot get the full function, like how it works, before I deposit. So I don't want another people like me to have a same experience. So this is something I always want to do. And it's my team is great. Is they came from a forex background, so they have decades developing forex system, which I can really trust them to develop this derivative in crypto. And which is myself is my duty, I would say my duty is more to educate people.
Yeah.
Let them don't be another douche like me.
This is a crazy stat. You said that social media plays a key role in trading. The pro traders, almost 86% that they're influenced by a social media network. Social media. I think that's good and bad.
Yep.
Better than people saying that they're influenced by like the New York Times or some mainstream media or whatever.
So when you talk about social medias, like you can talk about like Twitter or like whatever. Yeah. But then, trading view is another social media too.
So that counts as an example. You're right.
Yeah. So, but to be honest, lots of people are just looking Twitter, which is I don't think is quite good stuff.
Yeah, it's such a weird situation, kind of like how that all works out.
Yeah, because people are getting too excited back in 2016, 17 when the ICO hype, and right now the DeFi. So this new guy coming in, they would think, oh, it's a really good chance to make easy money. I would say no, none.
What do you think about stable coins? Do you think eventually people will stop? Do you think spot trading will go away in terms of like USD, BTC, or it'll always be stable coins?
No, I don't think spot trading will go away. Stablecoin played himself a role there. So, for speaking about like I'm in Asia right now. So, for example, China, like Chinese people, they have hard time to get their money out of their countries, right? So, using stablecoin will help them a lot, and I believe some other country as well. So, stablecoin play a really an important role for them, so they can trade whether it's spot trading or derivatives trading on stablecoin. So, for example, Bitcoin, USDT, right? And yeah, I think that's a really good case that still stablecoin exists.
So guys, I've been using the BitPay card since 2016, and I've been talking to you about it on the show for a while. And I gotta tell you, this thing just keeps getting better and better. BitPay just launched an all-new MasterCard that instantly turns your crypto into dollars with zero conversion fees. You heard that right. Zero conversion fees. This card is also paired with the BitPay app that makes it really, really cool to have all the connections together. It lets you do things like buy gift cards with Bitcoin at over 100 major retailers, or connect your Coinbase account to the BitPay wallet and to the card directly, so you can load crypto onto the card with zero fees. It all works together instantly. And what's even cooler is this card now comes with a virtual version that's contactless and has improved security features that we all really, really need. Cool stuff, right? Well, guess what? As an Untold Stories listener, you will get a card absolutely free. All you have to do is download the latest BitPay app on your phone and use the promo code 10, the number 10, Charlie. So that's the number 10, Charlie. 10 Charlie. It works, right? To get your free card when you sign up. When you use that promo code in the BitPay app, you don't have to pay for it. So literally, you should be all on your phone right now getting this free card and be able to do all this cool shit and interact with the crypto and Bitcoin ecosystem. So remember, use the promo code, download the app, get your free card, because that's why we're here, to do amazing, cool things. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Thank you, BitPay. I'm really excited when I get to talk about projects and companies that have been around since the early days of crypto and supporting those projects. In many parts of the world, banking services simply haven't advanced at the same rate as the adoptions of smartphones and the internet. Africa, Southeast Asia, they're skipping entire financial services over, they're skipping people over, and they're not even building out that infrastructure until cryptocurrency. We all know this. We've been hearing about it for so long. Electroneum, a company based in the UK, decided to build an entire ecosystem based off of financial inclusion, empowering people, getting them involved, not just by working and by earning, but also by spending and being part of that community. Anytask.com is a company that's powered by Electroneum, over 500,000 users, and you have the ability to do all these freelance projects, earn money, earn their tokens, and not only just earn ETN, but also be able to spend it on all these different things. What's crazy is that, and what's crazy good is that Anytask is attracting not just crypto people, but actual talented freelancers that are willing to take ETN in return for doing all this work. It's literally created this whole ecosystem. And the thing is, it's not been just like a new novel idea. It's been around for a while. They're doing it. They're growing every single day. They're doing millions of dollars in transactions. You got thousands and thousands of different people on the platform offering different services. And you should go check it out. It's so cool. The staff are great. The people are great. Everyone on the platform is so cool. According to ETN Everywhere, their official merchant directory, ETN can be spent in over, I think it's 2,000 physical locations and online locations worldwide. You're talking about in 140 countries, mobile airtime, shops, TVs, all these different things, not just being able to spend it. And so check them out, Electroneum, Anytask.com. Support my sponsors. They're so cool, and I'm excited for you guys to check it out. Oh my God, there are hundreds of blockchain projects out there, but one thing that unites them all is the need for power. Think about that. The need for mining, whether it's for staking or actual proof of work mining, they all need power. At the same time, many oil and gas projects, not crypto projects, but oil and gas companies, they're wasting the gas they extract because it's too expensive to pipe it to the market. So here we are, we have two problems and a perfect solution. Permian Chain places industrial grade data centers. They're mining for Bitcoin and crypto at these spots. They can offer blockchain projects abundant processing at a reasonable price. And that's what they do. They're giving crypto asset miners an efficient way to mine. They're giving companies that need power to secure their blockchains the ability to have resources, and oil and gas companies get revenue. It's so cool. They think it's a neat way to get together. Make sure you check them out, permianchain.com or permianchain.com/Charlie. I agree with you on that. And so I guess to go further, do you see like an opportunity, like when people just won't use, you won't see fiat gateways being connected to crypto? I guess what I'm trying to say is I could see companies being stablecoin issuers. So you have like these toll booths that go from, in all your countries, all countries around the world, you have these companies that act as these like your bank to your digital, your digital dollar or your digital yen or your digital renminbi or whatever. And then once you come to exchanges, so like Overbit, right, and other exchanges, how much easier would your life be if you never had to connect with the banking world? If it was only like stablecoins trading, only stablecoin trading, how different would your company be? Maybe I should have phrased it that way.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. If a world like a country use like majority of people using only stablecoin, which is I like to see this stuff happen, and I think it's kind of happening. Not really like they are using stablecoin, but in the user sense for example, in Japan, people are using their card like sweet card, like Suica. They just use their card to buy stuff, to use stuff. But then in their mind, they already accept I'm not using fiat. They are using their, a little card to
Yeah,
to
they're
buy stuff.
using there's no money anymore. So like you're in Hong Kong. Do people use cash a lot anymore?
Oh, no.
Ever?
Like credit card or the autobus card is the same thing. Like they just use it to buy stuff. And Alipay from China, people are using this. When you talk about China, you think you go to a market, you buy fish, vegetable, you don't pay cash either. They don't accept cash. They accept like WeChat Pay or Alipay, which is really really good. And for us and trading, Overbit doesn't take fiat, by the way. So we only take Bitcoin or USDT.
So you don't. So did you have to make a decision to not accept, to say, hey, we don't want to have to deal with the banking world in Hong Kong. So we're just, or wherever, was that a conscious decision? And do you think when new exchanges launch, they're going to have to make that same decision?
Yeah, when we launched Overbit, the first decision was we don't want to touch any fiat, right? And then, however, after a few months launch in, I was thinking about connect to a third party gateway system, but right now I'm just canceling this mindset. I would rather stick with just crypto. First, it's less headache for me.
Yeah,
it's like no more like complicated compliance for me. The other thing I think is good is for the users, they would get more used to just living in the crypto world instead of like you need to deal with their fiat. And it's another step for them, because if you want to do a fiat, the KYC properly, you have to do more properly, like to get the money, and then it's another headache.
Yeah, you just got the compliance headaches. You know what? And we don't even, people don't, it's just a headache that has to be dealt with. But at the end of the day, you're the one that has to be dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the future of centralized exchanges? Like putting away decentralized exchanges for a second, and because that will have some market share, but at the same time, centralized exchanges, sexes or whatever we call them, they'll always have to exist, and they always will exist.
Yeah.
What type of services do you think now companies, that operate in financial services and crypto have to provide? For example, like now, if you're a crypto company and you have a lot of users, everyone wants a debit card. It's like, you have to have a debit card. Are you going to have a debit card? All my listeners are going to want to know. That's like a thing. More financial services. What other type of things do you think we'll see?
It's hard to say. Like, I mean, people want to have a card.
Everyone wants to have it.
Yeah, everyone wants to have a
full suite
card.
of financial services.
I would say for my focus, just for Overbit focus, I think the car stuff we can leave it to like other, right? There's tons of good companies make cars, right? I think Crypto.com, they have
crypto. Everyone has a card. I use the BitPay card. Actually, this show is sponsored by the BitPay card. I've been using the BitPay card since 2016, actually, but everyone has them now. Yeah. When Nexo launches their card, I'll use their card too. I like using crypto debit cards.
Yeah. So for me, I don't need to worry about this part. It's like when we need to connect to a third party debit card, I just need to find a good partner, like good company to connect with. And I think right now our users, I don't see a lot of voices saying that, I want a card, I want something. What they want to see right now is they want to get more attractive inside the system, which is because they sometimes they think the trading is kind of become boring for them. And
what do you mean? Trading crypto is boring?
Like they trade and then they will jump and then they will jump back. They will trade. They will go to another platform. So I from myself, I can see internal status is paying people coming in. They play around. They few months. They come back. And so there's hundreds of exchange, right? For derivative or spot trading.
There
People
really
want
is.
to go around to test it. And for Overbit, mission is first we want to educate them to have a proper way. Second is we want to let them know it's like a royalty system, loyalty system. Sorry, my English. So the more you trade in one exchange, you will get more benefit from it. So like Binance have their BNB, right? BNB coin. For
There's a loyalty aspect of it, yeah.
Yeah, we don't make any coin. I personally I don't believe exchange need a own coin. So we have a point system, which is the more they trade in Overbit, they can use that point to redeem real Bitcoin or real USDT. So it's
you're keeping it a closed loop system to keep the loyalty of it.
Yeah, so it's like a rebate system for them. And people are recently people are asking, hey, can we? Why what?
Why isn't your coin on a why can you take these points and you think people will start trading them?
No. The point is not for trading. The point is when they accumulate the point, they can exchange, they can redeem.
Yeah, but there's a value now, right? You're creating a value. You trade, you can only earn these points now from trading. So there's a finite supply and you have to work for it. So you can't just like get it, there's a value, and then you can redeem it for something that already has a value. I'm surprised no one's like traded derivatives of your points on other exchanges.
No. So the point
Someone's gonna start doing that after listening to the show.
It's gonna make me really happy. No, his point is I want to make it really simple. It's just a point, right? You go to Amazon point, something like that, right? You go to like Singapore Airline, you use Singapore Airline mileage.
I'm actually on Singapore Airlines website like 10 minutes ago.
Are you going somewhere?
No, I use Singapore miles to book a United Airlines flight in the United States because the award chart when you're booking United flights through Singapore Airlines is cheaper for people who don't realize. Like, if you want to book American Airlines flights, you can book American Airlines flights through like I've booked it through British Airways website, Partner Airways. Like I book Delta flights through Japanese Airlines, ANA. Sorry, but there's all value, points and miles. It's same thing like crypto.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. We want to keep it really simple, and people are asking, can we have a more way to earn points? So myself is we actually gonna implement a gamification of that. Is they can play some game or do not games. I'm sorry, to do some activity inside our platform to earn points rather than just trading to earn the point. So this is something exciting is coming up anytime soon.
I'm completely blown away by the fact that you built out a loyalty system that people are using, that you can earn points for trading, and that you decided against tokenizing that when it seems like every other project is going that opposite way. And I'm not saying it's for better or for worse, but it's an interesting kind of little tidbit. Okay, I had another question I wanted to ask you a while ago. Who were some of the first people that you met in the industry?
First people I met, really first one I think famous probably is Roger Ver, because I was quite active in Japan. Like I traveled to there a lot actually. I love going to there. So the people I met here,
I love Japan so much too.
Yeah, and ZZ, we went to we went to see a soccer game together. I think 4 years ago, something 3-4 years ago. You
went to a sports game with CZ?
Yeah.
I think I'm on some auto mailer because every month I get a sweatshirt from Binance. I must have 7 of them. I think their computer's broken because it's like an auto thing. I just got 2 more the other day. It's so funny. You got to send me some Overbit ones.
Yeah, CJ is a fun guy. He's a brilliant guy. So it's great to speak with him. I know he's facing lots of stuff right now, especially when Big Mac incident happened, other exchanges including us, we have to reevaluate.
Yeah, you get nervous.
Yeah, we have to.
You go inside and you
everyone.
look. Every time I see an email or an article about someone getting arrested or an exchange or something like that, I lose sleep. I just get sad because
You have the experience, so you know that.
and it's. I tell you right now, I would never wish that experience on even my worst enemy. It's the worst. It's worse than anything in the world. But on a note of being positive, what's it like being an American in Hong Kong on the cusp of like crazy elections that are about to happen? Like, how do you get your so excluding social media and excluding American media, how are other Americans that are living in Hong Kong dealing with the being an American right now? Like, how do you guys feel with essentially our whole like all of our dirty laundry in our whole country being on the world stage essentially right now? Like, how do you feel?
Well, for myself, I rather not look in newses like
Me too, yeah.
Fox or CNN. Like those. It's tough. Like everything you get outside. I don't know about it in the States, but outside of the States would be biased.
Yeah.
So I don't know who to trust or what to trust. So this is something. And right now, American passport is less powerful than lots of different.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere.
Yeah. So that's so funny. And for myself, I would say, I hope after this election, something can become better and make me feel comfortable enough or have confidence to go back to US.
I like the way that I like that. Well, thank you.
I know lots of my friends is like, oh, I rather give him my US citizenship or something like that.
I don't think that's the answer either, because at the end of the day, we're going into a world of like, I still think that the world is going into a more globalized direction, and for better or for worse, maybe the reason that some parts of society feel kind of backed into a corner, and you're seeing an explosion of like radicalism in some aspects around the world, I think it's because of the fact that a lot of these groups feel cornered in society. And so because of the fact that we're going towards a more globalized world, that's what I think. That's why I think that the world is getting better. But in order to get better, things are going to get broken and uncomfortable, and it's going to be uncomfortable for us.
Yeah.
It's the only way to change.
And people are like, how to say, it's much more easier right now to getting their voices out by social medias. And you're talking about like there's massive stuff happening in US. Same thing here in Hong Kong. So massive. And the protests going on.
Oh yeah, that's a whole
the
other.
Hong Kongese want to be independent, and all the stuff is going on. So I know it's not only US or Hong Kong, like other countries as well. Oh, this is so internet, social media. It helps. It also hurts.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time and coming on my show today. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me here as well.
How can everyone follow you and keep in touch?
Oh, I have a Twitter account, or I think, follow me on Twitter. It's fine. I don't talk about market. I don't share ideas.
So it'll be a breath of fresh air then.
Yeah, I don't do any, like those nonsense stuff in Twitter. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. It's CL _Overbit.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.